Alright. I got a water bottle with me. This is the Feed 2002 Experience. Made using the Source Engine, which has been made to make indie games, mainly in the early 2000s. So, in this short story experience, the player takes the role of a man looking to capture a notorious criminal in the city named Vinny J. Schmidt. So you're a bounty hunter, essentially. And this is tied into the book, alright? This is just a little side plot to add more of a, I don't know. It gives it a story. There's a plot, a little side plot while you explore the map. So you know where Vinny is located, the underground suburbs. So that's his hideout. Now it is your job to locate those underground suburbs to catch him. Ask around the city how to get there. The story's experience is taking place in Feed 2002's universe, a book made by M.T. Anderson. So a lot of the tie-ins to the book are through dialogue, rather than actually in the map. But there's still, you have the hawks. Those are meant to resemble the hawks. It's not a hawk, but it's meant to resemble one.
Hi.
And whatnot. So there are areas and things you can pick up that are definitely connected to the book, and I'll talk about them. So you're asking this guy and trying to figure out if he knows how to get down there, and he's talking about a guy at the marketplace named Dave who does deliveries down there. So you get chat from Dalton, yo, let's go over to Rusty's and get some drinks. So he wants to do some drinking in the city. And that's meant to be an up car. Amazing technology. Yeah, Feed recent news. Bounty on Vince Schmidt has been up to $50,000. Advertisement, have a bite at Hostess M's American Family Restaurants, and these change periodically. So each Feed advertisement or news changes every now and then. So this woman is talking about essentially her son needing to go to the hospital because of a malfunction in the brain chip. And she doesn't know what's going to happen. Chat from mom, I haven't been seeing you lately, where have you been? So everybody's kind of worried about you. So this was the part of the city that I put most of my effort into. It's also, the first part that I worked on. A lot more is more rushed than others because a deadline comes pretty quickly, so, you don't have as much time to focus on some of these things more. He's basically talking about how he wishes he could take his kids away from this city, and he's never going to let them have a feed because he's hearing malfunctions happen every day. And he wishes people could wake up and things could change and things wouldn't be so dystopian. So you can see there's pollution coming from the up cars, and it's kind of a depressing scene. even if the rain is quite peaceful, it is pretty depressing. It's just a concrete jungle. It's just a completely alien area. Any idea where the underground suburbs are? The main entrance isn't open. That place is long forgotten. I wouldn't step a foot into that place. Sorry. So that's no help. Feed recent news. Stock market burnt and crashed and crumbled apart. Nice. Rando. The skies alienate. Old land that once stood. Whatever left, destroyed and ravaged. The longest living will stay in the tallest towers, while the poorest will stay underground and end up sick and die. This place stands as a concrete playground where forests shall be torn apart and beaches will be drained. So I didn't get that. I didn't repeat what he said one to one. Text went by pretty fast, but that's basically the rundown. Those traffic lights don't work. Some of them do. Towards the back of the city, back there, they do actually work. So they'll turn from red to yellow to green and whatever.
You talking to me?
Marcus clothes come back later. Do you know where the underground suburbs are? I'm in need of help. I have no clue. I'd rather live in the alleyways. I was told there is somebody around here who knows the location. Ask Dave. He often goes down there for deliveries. Where is he? Follow me. So you can zoom in on those tubes. That's how people get around in the city, are using those tubes. You're following him.
If I could live my life over again.
This guy's what's doing? He's kind of staring blankly at the wall. This guy's looking for the underground suburbs. Hard times, huh? It says something like that. I can give you the location if you can give me some cash. Don't you already have money coming in? You have clothes and shoes on, surely you have something spare. So he's trying to bargain. You just sent Dave Goodman $50 for a tip on a location that's not even maintained. There's an entranceway under the walkway near the underpass. Luckily for me, I know exactly where that is. As you can see, that traffic light doesn't really matter. It's just a detail, but the traffic light went from Green to red. Amazing. It's pretty revolutionary, I'd say. Shout out from Jay. This bounty mission has been Meg eating away at you. Rusty's with Dalton, so he's trying to nudge you and get you to go to Rusty's with Dalton. Like I said, everybody's kind of worried about you because you're so caught up in this mission. I haven't eaten anything today. So you're going through the sewers. And this guy has a crib, I am telling you. Look at that. I met this guy named Dave up at the surface. He was big, nice, he gave me food and I tried to decline it. Where are you going? I can tell you are new around here. I have a job to do, sorry, but I have to get going. So as you can see here, you can interact with these advertisements and they'll tell you what they're advertising, which is pretty cool. So you're going through the sewers and you find yourself at the underground suburbs, which is barely maintained. The only thing lighting the place up is, you know, that guy's bathroom light and billboard. It's dirt everywhere and debris and kind of thing. Come have a meal at Rusty's Bar and Grill. This guy basically just goes on a spiel about advertisements and how they've taken over the city completely and just invaded. Glowing billboards on every street corner and every building's face. Man, buy this. Man, buy that. Are you sick and tired of nah? So he's pretty fed up. So he basically talks about how the advertisements have gotten to the point where they know him more than he knows himself. Do you know Vinny J. Schmidt? Kind of gives you a blank stare. He knows what's going on through his brain right now. No. Resident, here to collect my debt. No, I'm looking for somebody. I want to know where they are. Why should I tell you anything? You couldn't even knock before entering. The door's missing. The guy I'm looking for has a bounty over his head. I could maybe give you a name if you gave me some of the reward. How about I find a reason to arrest you along with him? Just break into this guy's room and threaten to arrest him. Find out any reason to arrest him. His name is Vinny J. Schmidt. I got a tip that he lives down here. Know the guy? 2 rooms down. So now the chase is on because he heard you guys talking. And he knows he snitched. He knew the law was coming. It was just a matter of time. The sequence took way too long. Way too long to make, I tell you what.
Minor fracture detected.
So you just break your face open. Just waiting for... Yeah. So essentially what happened was you fell so hard, you know, you have a malfunction, in the story, I was gonna make it continue, but I didn't have time. Essentially, you know, you have a malfunction, and it just triggers a memory to replay randomly, so you didn't ask it to, it just happened. Because now your brain chip is malfunctioning. And this is meant to be the beach. And in my eyes, this is like before the city really got to a point to where it just alienated. It turned into something you couldn't even recognize anymore. It's like the start of the technological revolution. I don't know. So, overview and credits. It cuts off way too early because Sony Vegas likes to do this thing where if you don't move the yellow bar to the end of the video, it just will cut the rest of the video out, which is really great. I love that feature. I appreciate it. So, it's basically a credit scene. That's essentially it. Okay, so did not cut out. Okay. So that was the Feed 2002 experience. Did it cut out? I'm so confused. Okay. Yeah. I'm just gonna cut it there. So that was the Feed 2002 experience, made using the Source Engine. This took me a week. I stayed up until 4 a.m. last night, working on finishing this. It was like a productive sleep deprivation challenge. So, you know, yeah. All right.